Steve in the rare 428 Cobra Jet Mustang Coupe, Mark in the 455 Firebird. Both are pretty evenly matched D-Class cars. Mark gets Steve out of the hole, but the Stang keeps up easily. Can he hold the Firebird at bay? Looks like he does. Next up are two Texans, both with 1970 muscle cars. Rod Heltzel, H-Class winner in his 340 Dart, and Chris Conley in his 455 GSX. Both get some great reaction times. Rod's primarily a Ford man, but he's done some wonder with the small block Mopar. He's also built up Doris Anderson's Demon. But it looks like the Buick Big Block got him this time. Memphis native Don Cassi brings up his 63 Sport Fury. In the other lane is Victor Lee of Fayetteville, Arkansas, driving a 350 87 GTA. The GTA model was the fully loaded Trans Am back in '87, so it's a pretty hefty machine. Don dominates early on and carries the race. In a virtual repeat of their Clash of the Cubes race, Derek Smith and Barry Poole again face each other. Derek has recently changed the Vet's original 427 for a 454, while Barry switched the Stang's 428 CJ for a 427 side oiler. Deja vu, another red light for Derek, and again he stays in it till the end. Next up, another heavy hitter in the form of Danny Kellum's 427 Camaro is facing Don Lemoyne's 68 390 AMX. Both are B-Class cars due to the fact that the AMX is so much lighter than the Camaro. However, there's no replacing cubes for power, and Danny overcomes the whole shot to win. A longtime member of the NMCA, Mike Semchi, stages his 67 GTO for a buy run. Michael's a native of Newton Falls, Ohio, and has been racing the same car for 4 years now, and it's still going strong. He cruises through the lights, going 13.86 at 111 miles per hour. Brian Hampton of Huntington, Tennessee, another of the several racers here today from this small town, is driving the 71 Nova small block. He's facing Kirk Manuel of Fort Worth, Texas, in his 440-powered Dodge Challenger. Great reaction time from the Nova, but the Dodge eats up the asphalt between them and pulls ahead. Big block Chevys are paired off here as Dick Lowry's 461 Chevelle faces Ed Bendel's 467 Camaro. Collective horsepower here is anybody's guess. With more cubes and less weight, Ed's the winner on paper, but it looks like Lowry's pulling ahead. And he wins with a solid 10-second run. Looks like a real showdown between Lowry and Kirk Manuel. As we start to wind things up for the final round, pure stock competitors Chris Conley in the GSX and Don Cassi in the 63 Plymouth Sport Fury are now facing off. Chris is from Humble, Texas, and is the EFI super modified racer, Lawrence Conley's son. Both cars look good off the line, but it looks like the Sport Fury is pulling ahead. A buy run for Steve Vanderwall. He doesn't hold anything back. An excellent run at 12.95. Top Stock returns to the line this time with Mike Semchi's 467 GTO up against Danny Kellum's 427 Camaro. Offhand, it looks like Danny's got the advantage in weight and cubes, but Mike's 4-speed shifting endeavors to make it a race. And he holds it to a finish a few tenths behind Danny. Barry Poole up for the buy run. One of the former border bandits from back in the 60s, Barry's come out of retirement to campaign Mustangs again, and he's been quite successful. He eases out of the hole and shuts down early to save his motor for more racing. Here it is, the final round of eliminations to determine who's the best. Here it is, the final round of eliminations to determine who's the best. Remember that points earned here will heavily contribute to world championship totals. First up in pure stock is Don Cassi in the 426 Max Wedge Sport Fury versus Steve Vanderwall in the 428 Cobra Jet Mustang. Battle of the engine nicknames. Whoa, Steve red lights, automatically giving the win to Don. However, Steve is still in contention for the Pure Stock World Championship, now being tied in points with Rod Heltzel. A sudden death runoff will determine the winner for this. An absolutely classic Ford versus Chevy confrontation. Both pony cars, both 427 powered. Barry Poole in the Stang, Danny Kellums in the Camaro. Ouch! Both cars red light, but the computer gives the win to the Ford since Danny jumped the gun 1/1000th of a second faster. Barry gets out of it a little early since he's got the Top Stock World Championship practically in the trunk. But man, what a race this could have been. In another highly anticipated face-off, Dick Lowry's 461 Chevelle SS is pitted against Kirk Manuel's 440 Challenger. Both are solid 10-second racers and both get excellent launches. But it looks like Kirk is broken right off the line. I guess we'll have to wait till next year to find out who's really the fastest. Without any solid competition, Dick Lowry becomes the world champ for the second year in a row. Ever since Pat Kelly beat him in Maple Grove, Red Armstrong's been looking for a rematch. Pat's driving the Grand National, Red his wife's Gray Regal T-Type. Pat nails an absolutely perfect reaction time of .500, but Red's not far behind. It's a close race, but it looks like Red's pulling ahead a little. Can Red hold it? He does, 12.06 to 12.18. However, with the lion's share of points, Pat Kelly is crowned the EFI stock appearing world champ. Two Grand Nationals up next. Tom Lorick's 87 in the far lane, Travis Beckendorf's 86 in the near lane. Boost has really been cranked up on these cars, with Travis rating his V6 at 450 incredible horses. Tom's at 650. Both get excellent launches, but it looks like Tom's backing off. Something must be wrong because this Elmhurst, Illinois native normally runs low 10s. Travis easily takes the eliminator. Neither gets the world champ title, though, as Mike Abbey earlier set both ends of his record and won his class, giving him the most points. Lawrence Conley of Conley's Performance Plus has been a tough contender to beat in this series, already having a lock on the EFI Super Modified World Championship. Back in Houston, his tweak broke into the 9s for the first time and has been a hard act to follow up ever since. Up to make a try is Peter Mazinski Jr. of Tuckerton, New Jersey, in a 580 horsepower Mustang LX. He red lights, however, and hands the win to Lawrence, who still goes ahead and makes a full run. He finishes with 9.91, the fastest car in the Muscle Challenge eliminations.